Hey, what's up? Tyler here with a motherfucking concert review. This time of the Summer Slaughter Tour 2013. Saw this at the Trocadero in Philadelphia Sunday, and damn, what a good time it was. I've been there for the past 3 years in a row since 2011, so this is a festival that I always really enjoy, kind of like Mayhem Festival. But this one's more brutal as fuck. But anyways, the day started off with a local band that I couldn't even catch their name. They had a horrible mix, and they were just kind of a waste of time. Sorry. Died as Murder on their first U.S. tour. They really kicked it off. They were phenomenal. Their vocalist was scary as shit live. He was just he could really fit in with a brutal death metal band. I mean, he sounds pretty, devastating on their new album, Hate. But he's over here doing these brutal, guttural lows and these pig squeals. And, this band was just fucking crushing live. They got a ton of people into them. I heard a lot of people saying that they were their favorite of the day. And I kind of don't blame them. They were one of the stronger bands, I have to admit. And they were very heavy. They had like a sound problem with their one guitar player, but they got it worked out. Played most of the songs off of Hate. I think they played 5 songs and 4 of them were off of Hate. First one was off their first album. I haven't listened to that album. So the Icarus Lives was very nice to see on their very first United States tour. Yes. Rings of Saturn was next. I last saw them back in April with Suffocation, Exhumed, and Jungle Rot, and all that stuff, and they were phenomenal there. I would say they were better on that tour than they were on Summer Slaughter, although on Summer Slaughter they were still really good. They had a bassist back in April. They didn't have a bassist this time. It was just Lucas Mann and the other guitar player that's been in the band for quite some time. They did get the drummer from Jungle Rot, that he was previously in Jungle Rot, and he really pulls off a lot of the stuff very good, especially the stuff from their latest album, Danger. They just played their really popular songs, Seized and Devoured, and stuff off of Danger. It's fun to say. But they were really good, and their vocalist is phenomenal live. So Rings of Saturn definitely puts on a very strong live show. Don't think that all their stuff is inhuman and computerized, because when you go see them live, it's definitely not. So next was Aeon. This is Aeon's first U.S. tour, and they were really good. I would say, up until this point, they were probably my favorite band. I played a bunch off of their latest album, Aeon's Black. They played Kill Them All, ended with Forgiveness Denied, and oh shit, I have it right here. What's that song? Oh, wrong one. Damn it. You Living Sin. That's what it is. And they were just heavy. They are one of the most evil bands you could ever listen to, and one of the most evil bands ever, if you ask me. They're very, obviously, for those who have listened to them, they're very satanic, like the likes, very much deicide worship, almost. And they were just heavy as shit. They had a lot of grooves to them. They got a lot more people into them than I thought. I thought a lot of people would just, stand there and stare at them because, there's a lot of, progressive bands on here, and then the show starts off with 2 more, deathcore bands, but they really got a lot of people into them, and I thought they put on a good show. I love when they would just stand there and synchronize their headbanging. That was really cool, and, seeing Aeon on their first U.S. tour was awesome. I hope they come back, because I would certainly see them again. Next, Revocation. Revocation absolutely killed it. Oh my god, they were the first band to me that really got the entire crowd into the show. They opened up with the Hive. When they played in Invidious off their new record, that place went insane. This band is so tight, and they're so good live. Second time I've seen them, and they pull off the solos. They pull off the the singer does really, really good playing these really freaking technical riffs and screaming at the same time. And I love how, this band just spices it up with their vocal ranges. I'll get more into that when I review their new album this week, but they really, really were just awesome. They were energetic as shit. They played No Funeral, and when they played Dismantle the Dictator, everybody went insane. In the middle part when, oh, throw, everybody was screaming that. That was just really cool. They put on such a good show. I must see them again. So, Revocation was amazing. Next was The Ocean. I saw The Ocean before, opening for Between the Buried and Me, and they were cool, but, at the time, I was like, who the fuck is this? Because they don't even say who they are until the very, very end. When they're done, they're just like, hey, we're The Ocean, we'll be back. That's all they say. But they were really good. They were very aggressive. They're a very aggressive band. And at times, I feel, because their songs are so long and they kind of pull a Mastodon with no crowd interaction, I feel that they lost a lot of people. They were definitely had a lot more people into them at first than, at the end, but they were definitely strong. I really want to get their new album, but it's like $20 fucking, and I don't want to drop that money in case I don't enjoy it. So maybe I'll have to find it used or something. I don't fucking know. But The Ocean definitely put on a good show. If you're into, like, they lean a little bit. They're like progressive and they're hardcore and they're different, and I admire them for that. They said they'll be back in February and March headlining. So anyone who really digs The Ocean, be sure to go to that. Next was Cattle Decapitation. I'm just going to throw this out there. This band really, really disappointed me live. I thought they were going to be so much better, but to me, Travis Ryan sounded like shit. You couldn't understand a goddamn fucking word he says. And, when you listen to their records, you can understand what he says and stuff. I mean, I know he's a brutal dude and he does these, really strange vocals, but live, I swear, he was pulling like the Vincent Bennett thing of just screaming into the mic and trying to sound like he's saying the lyrics, and that shit bothers me. And at times he would just be pig squealing for the sake of fucking pig squealing all the time. He pig squealed like the whole set. At times he sounded really, really good. When he does those, weird singing thingies that he does on Monolith of Inhumanity, I don't know how to describe that. That stuff. He sounded really good when he pulled those off. I was like, yeah, that sounds fucking awesome, But otherwise, I just felt like he just wasn't really trying, in my opinion. I mean, they were very energetic. They played a lot of really good songs, most of it off of Monolith and Humanity, and I mean, they were disappointing, but they weren't horrible. I just was expecting a lot more from them. I was expecting a lot more, just balls out, just fucking my face the whole time. In my opinion, they needed a second guitar player when they tour, but that's just me. Their guitar player was standing next to me the whole Rings of Saturn set. I didn't realize. So I was like, fuck. I mean, they were good. If you enjoyed them, more power to you. I want to see them again to give them another chance, in my mind. I was just a little bit disappointed with them, that's all. Next was Norma Jean. This band, to me, just killed the entire vibe of this show. This show, every band thus far has been really, really phenomenal, and Norma Jean just killed it to me. I'm sorry, but they do not belong on this tour. It's just weird to me that they'll headline a Christian music festival and then they'll be playing after Cattle Decapitation when they play, their little backing track thing, yelling, fuck God, fuck God. I mean, to me, Norma Jean does not belong on this tour. They're not really extreme in my mind at all. I know a lot of people will comment saying, well, neither is Animals, the Cedars, and Periphery. But they fit the bill more than Norma Jean does in my mind. And I mean, they have a lot of people into them. I mean, that's cool. If you dig Norma Jean, if you dug their live show, more power to you. You know, keep supporting the band. That's awesome. They were kind of boring to me. Like I can't stand that one song. You know, where all they do is scream like bringing a knife to a gunfight and play this breakdown. It's like, seriously, fucking stop. I cannot stand that song. It just drags on too long. And, I mean, that's just me. Just personal opinion. I know a lot of you people will just fucking bitch at me and I could care less. But yeah. Next was Periphery. And Periphery was amazing. Holy shit. They were so good. They played a lot off of Periphery too, but they opened up with Insomnia, and you know they just got a lot of people bouncing, and they just looked like they were really enjoying themselves. Misha Mansour kissed pretty much every member in the band, so maybe Periphery is gay. Who knows? But you know, Spencer Sotelo just holy shit. He nails everything live. You know, when they play Ragnarok, every time he says, you know, we're not listening to ourselves at the end of that song, and he hits that high soaring note. He does it live perfectly. I'm just like, oh my god, it gives me chills. It's so cool. He really is a great vocalist live, and so is this band. They really pull off everything live. Their drummer is the most entertaining drummer to watch, in my opinion. He's just over there jamming out, and I like how he just plays differently than, you know, most bands, than most drummers of this style. He is a very nice drummer to watch. And they're just an overall entertaining band, and they just put on an energetic show that gets a lot of people into it. You know, they kill. I love seeing Periphery live. I haven't seen them since Summer Slaughter of last year, so it was really nice seeing them again. And I just feel that they played a really good set. You know, Ragnarok, Luck is a Constant, Scarlet, like I said, Insomnia, and just a whole bunch of other good songs. They played a long set too, which was cool. And one thing I like about Periphery is I feel that when you see them live, it's better, you know, you can listen to the records as much as you want. But when you see them live, I always find myself appreciating the little things that I've never noticed when listening to their album, such as, you know, a little cymbal hit that I did notice. I was just like, that's awesome, you know, or a guitar note or something. I don't know. That's just me, but definitely see Periphery live. They're amazing. Next, Animals as Leaders. I saw them open for Meshuggah back in March, I think, something like that. February, that's when it was. And they were really good. I feel that they were even better this time. I loved their lights. That was the best part of their show, in my opinion, is their lights. And they're just, it's so mesmerizing to watch Tosin Abasi play, and the other guy. I mean, this band is incredibly talented, but mostly Tosin. I'm saying Tosin Abasi because of his guitar soloing. It's just killer, and they had the best. To me, they had the best sound of any band all day, and you know they just look like they really enjoy themselves. They got a lot of people into it, including myself. I was just like, holy shit, this is just so much better than the first time I saw them, and to me, they're a band that is better appreciated live, much like Periphery. I find myself noticing the little things that is in their music, and they're just a nice band to just, you know, almost relax to when you're at a show and you know that the Dillinger Escape Plan is next. It's almost nice after just, you know, band after band of fucking in-your-face metal. It's nice for, you know, to listen to Animals as Leaders, and to me they killed it. I love the song K-Fo. I know that's pretty much their most popular song and what they end with, but that guitar lead towards the end of the song is just one of the most incredible things ever written, and that is so cool to hear live. To me, this band is just full of absolute potential, and they deserve everything in the world, if you ask me. I am stoked for whenever they put out their third album. I will be all over that shit. So they put on a great show. Seriously, one of the better bands of the day, if you ask me. Last but not least was the Dillinger Escape Plan. Holy fuck. Words really can't describe how crazy this band is live. I was not able to stay for their entire set because one of two things. One, I had to get up, pretty early for work the next day, and I didn't want to be completely exhausted. And two, I was completely exhausted because I got 5.5 hours of sleep, 6 hours of sleep the night before, so I was tired as shit by the end of this. But I did catch most of their set, and I was just intrigued. They the myth is true. They put on one of the most insane shows you will ever see. They played a phenomenal set, lots of really good songs from them, and a very creepy intro, if you ask me, with the chick sleeping and all this stuff. It was cool. They're insane. At one point, their guitar player jumped up on their cabs, and they had 3 screens that they sit up on top of them and stuff to go along with what they're playing, and he literally nearly fell over with one. Someone had to come up behind him and hold it up so he wouldn't fall over and fucking break his guitar or really hurt himself. It was pretty crazy. They're constantly crowd surfing, jumping into the crowd, throwing shit. It's just amazing to watch. It's entertaining, it's scary, this band is insane. To me, a lot of people were complaining, this band isn't headlining material, but you read this, it says the most extreme tour of the year. And if the Dillinger Escape Plan is not extreme, I don't know what is. To me, you can get mad at me all that you want, but they're more extreme than Cannibal Corpse. To me, the Dillinger Escape Plan embodies the word extreme, especially live. So I thought that they were a worthy headliner. They really, end the day that has been phenomenal with a bang. It's like a bomb going off, and it's just poof. They put on a great show. Definitely see this band live. It's something that I feel every metal fan has to experience. And they were by far the loudest band of the day. They were loud as shit. Holy crap. And when I left, it was kind of funny. The Trocadero, for any of you that has not been there, is in the middle of Chinatown, Philadelphia. So there's, of course, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, there's a bunch of Asians around. And there was some Asian mother with her little child standing looking through the glass doors of the Trocadero, just what the fuck is happening in there? Which made me laugh. And another thing that made me laugh going back earlier in the day is that there was some little girl, or not little, but younger than me, is standing next to me during Aeon, and she was pretty terrified. It was funny. So, anyways. Oh, merch. Anybody want to go see Scott Weiland at the Trocadero? Or Camelot? There you go. Anyways, I got some stuff. I'll start with this. I picked up, and I'm so glad I did, Revocation's new album. Yes, I have not even had the time to unwrap these, which kind of sucks. I was stoked when they said that they had these there, at the show tonight. I was the first one to buy one. I was fucking over there like that after their set. And Revocation was my favorite band of the day, if any of you were asking, or wondering, what the hell. Right, yeah, definitely Revocation was my favorite, and I would have to say, then in no order, probably, Animals as Leaders, Periphery, Aeon, and Dillinger Escape Plan, Dyer's Murder. Every band was good. It's just some I obviously like more than others. And with Revocation came, this free sticker that I'm going to put on my fucking wall. And they were handing out their Terra Genesis EP from Scion for free. I guess if you buy something, you just get this EP for free, which I was going to fucking buy it. I was willing to, throw $5 at them or whatever to buy this shit because, this is a good EP. I should have reviewed this last year when it came out because the Brit Titans and the title track is just fucking amazing. And then I ended up picking up Rise to Dominate from Aeon and The Path of Fire from Aeon. That's all I had money for because I am going to 2 other shows this week, so I'm trying to budget myself a little bit. It was really creepy when I bought these CDs from Aeon. Their drummer was standing at their merch table, and he's the one that gave them to me and stuff. And I handed him my money. I picked up the CDs and I said thank you, and he literally was just standing there going, and like watched me walk away. I'm like, are you gonna like fucking kill me or something? What the hell's gonna happen? This is weird. I did want to pick up Die Artist Murder's new album Hate because they were selling it, but I wanted to wait till a little bit later in the show to get my merch. And I looked over when I wanted to go get it, and they weren't fucking there anymore. Their merch was gone. I was like, okay, it's like halfway through the day. I'm sure there's more people that want to give you fucking money, but no, they're gone. Australians, man. Anyways, Summer Slaughter 2013 was amazing. It's not as good as last year, but, to all the death metal elitists out there that's like, fuck this tour, I would only go for Cattle Decapitation, Aeon, and Revocation. They're the only bands worth fucking seeing. To me, I have this to say to you, is that you missed out on a hell of a show. These bands are extreme, except for Norma Jean. But they're phenomenal, and this was just a great show. So yeah, I mean, you can't get every death metal band every year, but I will admit that 2007 to 10 were definitely better than the last 3 years, if you ask me. That's just personal opinion. So I'm stoked for what's going to be on the bill next year for 2014 Summer Slaughter. So let me know if you went to this. Let me know who your favorite band is, and I'll see you around. I got some reviews I'm going to do this week, plus 2 other shows, and a CD update, because I just got a fucking box in the mail. Bye.